Hi, I'm Tara Schaefle, and I'm involved in the ensemble of Rent. To me, Rent is this almost tragic story about people who are struggling to survive physically, economically, emotionally, and yet at the same time it's this defiant celebration of life and love that makes it just a really powerful piece. I think that Rent is incredibly relevant today because it's so full of so many messages that they transcend the context of this story. In this context, in the 80s and 90s, AIDS was a death sentence. And so you've got these characters who are really faced with the scary reality of their days being numbered. And how do you handle that psychologically? And now, in my generation, we've got people who are living with AIDS, but there will always be other problems that require the same outcry and outpour of support and compassion for one another. And I think that that's always going to be relevant. I mean, it's shameless. The subject matter and the language and the way that it's communicated is just so in your face and wild and raucous. And it's just, there are no limits to what is acceptable. So as a performer, and I mean it's rock opera, so the music is just so fun to sing. So it's just incredibly fun as a performer to do. Growing up in Anoka, every community has its problems and has tough times, and the messages of unconditional love and support and no day but today, I think, is always going to be relevant to Anoka and to really any community of people, whether it's a community like Anoka, like a city, or if it's a community of friends. I think that's always going to be important to communities.